What's up everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be doing a getting to know you questions. So basically, not only would you be able to get to know me better, but I'll also get to know myself better as well. Which I think it's very important, I think, to be able to understand where you want to go, who you are, and who you want to become. I think it's very important that you have an understanding of that. So I'm just going to go straight into it, and the questions are going to appear below and I'm just going to answer them straight off. Please don't forget to smash the subscribe button and also like the video as well. Thank you. Question 1. Who is your hero? For me, I think, well, Spider-Man would be one of my favourite heroes. Out of all the Superman, Batman, I'd definitely pick Spider-Man. I don't really know why, but that's in movies and comic books. But in the real world, if I was to pick somebody that I would look up to the most, out of like celebrities and things, I think it's tough. I think Ellen DeGeneres. I think I watch a lot of her on YouTube, and I just think the way she approaches her audience, the way she approaches everything, it's inspiring, I think, to me. And yeah, I'm going to say Ellen DeGeneres. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I honestly don't really mind, but if I was to pick a place, it's definitely the countryside in Ireland, where I'm actually living anyway. But yeah, I think it's just more remote. People know each other better. I think it's more homely, feeling, friendly. We're going to say more the west of Ireland. What is your biggest fear? I think it's a tough question. I think the biggest fear for me was always kind of the feeling of being left out, or the feeling of being alone. I think that's my biggest fear, I think. What would you change about yourself if you could? I'm kind of happy the way I look and all that. I think it's not too bad. I don't think I'd change anything. I am who I am, and I think I'm happy with that. What really makes you angry? I think the biggest thing that would make me angry is people in general. No, people who are arrogant or no respect for others at all. I think that's kind of the biggest thing. People who just be an asshole all the time, but yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. What motivates you to work hard? Money. Money is definitely number one there. At the moment I work in hospitality industry, which I love, so obviously my passion and my love for hospitality, that would help me work harder as well, and obviously climb up the ladder and become the best that I can be in the hospitality industry. So a lot of the motivation would come from my passion to eventually become a hotelier. So yeah. What is your favourite thing about your career? I think that's the same thing. My favourite thing I'm only in my early days of career. I'm studying hotel management in college, and the favourite thing so far about it is that I love what I'm doing, which I think it's very important that you progress into a career that you love, you have a passion for, and it's something you want to exhale at and become the best that you can be. What is your biggest complaint about your job? My biggest complaint about my job is that I feel that, well, all the different jobs I was in, that I work very hard, I try to work very hard and improve systems and improve team morale. I think it's very important, especially in the hospitality industry. It's very important that you work together, and if all the food goes out, drink and etc. And when people, certain staff members or whatever, don't work to the standards that they should, but they still get paid the same amount, and you feel like you're pulling up extra weight all the time and you're not getting any extra thanks for it. So I think that would be my biggest complaint, is not getting thanks, which I think might seem selfish, but I think when somebody works really hard and they're actually pulling up weight of other staff and keep going, I think they deserve an extra thanks, and I think that would be my biggest complaint. What is your proudest accomplishment? I think at the age I am 23, I've accomplished quite a bit, especially in the hospitality industry, but my personal life as well. When I was younger and I was going through a lot with family and different things like that, and my head, it wasn't exactly where I wanted it to be, but I got over that with the help of my friends and my family and all that, and it's a work in progress, but that's, to me, it's an accomplishment in itself. And the biggest one for me, I think, was, well, the main reason why I started the YouTube channel was to enhance my confidence in myself, and that I'm doing through you guys, because you watch my videos, and that actually means a lot to me. And I think it's very important that, especially for the industry that I'm working in, that I keep enhancing and building up my self-confidence and kind of keep up my self-worth and believe in myself, basically. It takes a lot of hard work to be able to do, but I'm getting there and working on it. Before I got into the hospitality career, I was actually going into a career for mechanical engineering, which is it's a big difference. But I think that came from my dad, because he does a lot of he's very smart. He does a lot of engineering, carpenter, everything, an electrician and engineer, carpenter, everything that you could put into one. And basically, I kind of went towards that kind of a career, but I couldn't see myself doing that full time. I more seen it as a hobby than anything else. Besides, I learned a lot working with Dad than I ever did through the mechanical engineering course I did. And yeah, but basically I studied that in Westport, and then I ended up getting asked to work in the hotel in Westport. And when I started working in the hotel, I realised that I had a liking for this. There was something there, and I loved every minute of it, and just interacting with the customers, the guests, seeing where they all came from, and seeing them come back every couple of months or every year. It was lovely to see, lovely to talk to them and see what they've all been, and yeah, it was very nice to know that. Accomplishment for me would be that the first time I ever started working in hotels, I was about 6 months working there, and I got Employee of the Year, which was definitely a big deal for me, but I didn't think much of it at the time. And yeah, it was very nice to be in a place where I felt like I'm doing something right. I feel appreciated here. So it's nice to get a reward for basically the hard work you do. I didn't see it as work. That's the difference, I think, in the hospitality industry for me, is that I love it so much that I don't think of it as work, because I enjoy it, and I enjoy talking with the guests, and it's making them happy basically makes me happy, and I think it's who I am. I think it's definitely Yeah. What makes you laugh the most? I think what makes me laugh, I think other people laughing. It definitely it's like it's contagious, and then you start laughing. I think that's probably the biggest. What makes me laugh the most is the videos you see on YouTube, and when they do failure videos. I think some of them are very funny. And yeah. What would you sing at a karaoke night? I don't sing. Number one, first off, I don't sing at all. But if I got the courage ever to sing at a karaoke night, I'd probably sing "Wanna Dance with Somebody." I think most people would know that song. I think that's the song that I would probably sing. No, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd ever sing because wouldn't sing. Which would you rather do? Wash dishes, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, or vacuum the house? Like mow the lawn, I think I'd mow the lawn. If you could hire somebody to help you, would it be with cleaning, cooking, or yard work? I would say yard work. Have you ever had a nickname? What is it? I've had a few nicknames. I think, well, what people called me throughout the years and through primary school and secondary school. Some good, some bad, and I think most people would call me Tom, because it's Thomas, and through secondary school it was always Welby. Everybody just said Welby. That's what I was called. When I worked in Westport, I was called Tom Machine. That's a lot of people call me Tom Machine as well. But other than that, it was just Thomas, Welby, Tom Machine. That was it, I think. Do you like or dislike surprises? Why or why not? Depends what the surprise is. I don't really know. I think I like surprises, but I think I do, because like somebody went to the effort of making a surprise. So I think that's why I like it, because it makes you feel part of something. It makes you feel wanted, loved, and I think I like surprises. How would your friends describe you? I don't really know how they would describe me, but I'd hope that they would think that I'm respectful, I'm kind and helpful, because I feel like that I do help a lot of people, and I'm very respectful. I think for my era, there's not probably a lot of people around that would still have the more gentleman approach to women and children and different things like that. I feel that I'm respectful and helpful, and I would hope that they would think the same. Yeah. What is the best gift you've been given? I think patience is definitely something that I have probably too much of. I think I have a lot of patience when it comes to waiting for people and dealing with specific type of customers, and I think I'm very good at overcoming them as well. So I think patience is definitely a big thing there. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, 5 years from now, it's very hard to know where you're going to be in 5 years, but I would hope that I'd be finished my college and have my Bachelor of Honours degree in Hospitality and Tourism Management. I would hope that I am on the verge of opening my own establishment, but at the moment I have business plans and all that in progress, but I don't want to proceed with that until further down the line, until I learn well, can't ever learn everything, but until I increase my knowledge obviously in the hospitality industry, especially the tourism, and get to know the people that's coming in and out of the country, what people are looking for and all that. But yeah, in 5 years I'd like to be on the verge of opening my own establishment. What else? 5 years. Lot can happen in 5 years. But I think definitely the company now I'd hope to be on the verge of opening my own place. I'd like to meet the girl of my dreams, I hope, someday, within 5 years. And yeah, I think that's it. How many pairs of shoes do you own? I have quite a few pairs of shoes. I'd have to count them now. Most of the pairs of shoes that I would own would be suit shoes. I have probably about maybe 5 or 6 pairs of suit shoes. I'm going to say maybe 11, 12 pairs of shoes, which it's quite a lot for probably men, but I think, yeah, I'm proud of my shoe collection. What would you do if you won the lottery? I haven't won it. I'd hope that winning, depends how much it was in, would change basically the aspects of who I am and where I want to go, because I'd be afraid that if I ever did win money or came into a large sum, that it would change who I am, and greed, I think, takes over people. So I'd rather not win it, I think, and work for it and build it up myself, and because I think then you take pride in what you own and you respect what you own if you actually worked for it yourself. But if I did win the lottery, I think it would help me, I'd hope it would help me quicker to get things like cars, a house with no mortgage, kind of things like that would also benefit my kids in the future. Obviously set money aside for their college funds and all that, and I think it would be nice to obviously have a house debt free, a car, insurance, all that sorted, wedding, whatever, etc. I think that's it for me, really. Is yeah. What form of public transportation do you prefer? Air, boat, train, bus, car, etc. I like travelling airplanes. It doesn't bother me. But if I was with friends and all that, I think cars, obviously, I think I'd prefer the car. Cars would be. What is your favourite zoo animal? My favourite zoo animal would be probably the gorilla. I don't know why, I just like seeing them. If you could go back in time to change one thing, what would it be? Probably go back and decide not to make this video. No, I think everybody, if they got asked this question, they would always go back and try and change something. Like, I think we all go through, probably, like, I'm only 23, I have a long way to go yet, and I have probably a lot more harder things to go through. But I think the things that I did go through and all that made me who I am today. So I don't think I would change anything, because like, if none of them happened, it could make me different person than who I am today. So I think I'm quite happy with the person I am, and yeah. How many pillows do you sleep with? One's enough, and yeah, just one pillow. What's the longest you've gone without sleep, and why? The longest time I've ever been without sleep, I think, was 4 days. And yeah, It was 4 days I was working. I worked like 18 hours and then I had to go home and I had to wash my clothes and dry them and all that, and I just didn't sleep. It was 4 days I did 4 18-hour shifts, and then I got a bus which was 2.5 hours home, and then when I went home and I finally fell asleep, and then I remember Mum and my brother telling me that I was kind of sleepwalking and I was raving, so I had not to do that again. But yeah, 4 days. What's your favourite colour? I think, to me, I don't really have a favourite colour, but if I was to pick one I would say probably blue. But I like every colours, and I like to change, kinda. I don't like not necessarily be the same thing all the time, but I do like change, and if I was to pick a favourite colour I would pick blue. What do you do to keep fit? What do you do to keep fit? Work. Work is definitely obviously a major aspect of my life so far anyway, because I do work quite a lot. Even when I'm not working, I'm working. Working at home, working with family, working in college, working in hotels, pubs. It's nearly always work. Even my day off, I'm working in a pub or somewhere. Definitely, because I walk a lot and run a lot of work, so that would be. And I walk to work. Well, here in London anyway, I walk to work. So I think it's definitely, yeah, working. What celebrity would you like to meet at Starbucks for a cup of coffee? There's a few celebrities I would like to meet. I think Rowan Atkinson would be one of my favourite actors. He's definitely somebody I would like to meet, but not only because of actors Mr. Bean and all that, and Johnny English, but also because his love in cars as well, and basically the person who he is, and yeah, Rowan Atkinson. Ellen DeGeneres is definitely another person that I would love to meet. If I was to pick one, I'd say Ellen. I'd love to go to an Ellen show, and I don't know why I haven't yet, but eventually I will. And yeah, I'd like to meet Ellen DeGeneres, I think. Who knows you the best? Who knows you the best? I think I'd have to say probably my mum. I think mums nearly know all their kids the best, more than they even know themselves. But obviously there's probably a few things she won't know about me. I'd like to think that she knows everything. And yeah, I'd say my mother probably knows me the best, more than I would know myself, I think. Are you a good listener? I think as good as a person can be at listening, I think, like especially when it comes to serious, like my friends and my family, I listen to them quite a lot, I think, and I take everything in and I give the best kind of advice that I could give. Yeah, I like to think I'm a good listener to people. Are you a good employee? Yes, I think that, yeah, I think I'm as good as an employee can be. I think I definitely reached the mark, and I work very hard, and I know where I want to be, I think, and I think I'm definitely a very hard working employee. Do you want children? I think in the future I'd like to have kids. At the moment, I think especially going into the hospitality industry, it is very difficult to try and raise a family as well as running a hotel, because running a hotel, it is a 24/7 job, and it's not easy to do that, I think. But we're going to find out. But yeah, I'd like to have kids in the future, my own kids. And, yeah, I'd like to be a big celebrity. It's very hard to know. I think I'd like to be known, but I want to be known kind of for, I don't even know what I want to be known for. I think I'd like to be a celebrity, but not very, very known celebrity. Like, not that you can't go anywhere anymore, because I think that ruins a lot of people, and it would be very hard to get out and do things. And Does it change your whole life? I think I would like to be, I think that everybody would like to be a celebrity in their own way. Are you a good judge of character? I'd like to think that I can judge people, but everyone knows the saying, you can't judge a book by its cover. And that's true in the real world as well, because it's very hard to know. Basically, everybody, their own person. They've all been through hard times, good times, terrible times, and it's very hard to know basically where they've been, and it's very hard to judge people just by looking at them. But I think that if I looked at somebody and talked to them, I think I'm fairly good judge of character. What would be your dream car? My dream car, I think a lot of my family know it anyway, would be a Lamborghini. Ever since I was probably about 11 or 12, I always had a love for the Lamborghini cars. But not just because they're a sports car, but because throughout the generations of how the company came to be, with Ferruccio Lamborghini, he was the main founder of Lamborghini, and what he went through with the World War I and the II, and basically lost his company and had to set up again, lost the company and went through many different founders, and it's basically an inspiration really to a lot of people as well. And that it all started off with basically that he was told he wasn't good enough, and then he built his own car, and he showed that who was bossing, and that's how the Lamborghini came about. But I'd say in the future I will eventually own my own Lamborghini Aventador. Definitely sporty. It's definitely a car I'd like to own. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you enjoyed, please don't forget to press the like button and comment below if you'd like me to do any of the videos. That's something you would like to see me do, or anything, basically a topic that you would like me to talk about. And yeah, thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, thank you, bye.